Okay, I said in another video I wasn't going to record this for YouTube, but hey, this is such a good model, I've got to do it. So well done, Will Cogley. If you don't know what I'm on about, please go to Will's video here where he talks about designing this amazing eye mechanism. It's supposed to go together really quicker compared to the other one, so let's have a go. They remind me of Tron. I think I might have printed out a couple of these extra because a few of these didn't stick to the build plate because I hadn't put the Pritt stick everywhere I should. So I printed out some spares, but of course I've got to knoll to begin with. Oh, that sounded important. Knolling on a cutting mat should give you the absolute best form of knolling you could possibly do. I suppose it depends on how accurate you are, doesn't it? Those are the ones that go in the eye, I think, which I used when I painted them. I printed these out in the same colour PLA and I've just sprayed that matte white. What do you reckon? Do you think that's a good thumbnail? So although actually Will Cogley got me into doing moulding and casting, followed on by Eyemech, who encouraged me to cast my own stuff that I'd made myself, but this is far easier creating these eyeballs this way. I did spray these with lacquer, but it's not very shiny, but I didn't want to put too much on it because I wanted to make sure that it didn't mess about with the tolerance on the eyes. I've got a better 3D printer now than I had before, so this should be good. So thank you again, Will. I know I keep saying it. Well, let the building begin. So Will's recorded an AMSR version of doing this, which I find very funny that he's done that. Now that's not the right piece, is it? I'm supposed to refer to a piece elsewhere, which I've already lost. Okay, so it is that piece, and I have to use these. Mine's not going to be AMSR. I'm going to waffle all the way through it. Oh, I'm enjoying this already. I've been looking forward to doing this all day. I've been sitting doing my work, and as soon as home time came up, I rushed out to the cave to do this. I've been very much looking forward to it. I think that goes onto that. Okay, here go with the eyes. Hope they go into the top of the eye. Yeah, I think they do. Oh, look at that, that goes in so beautifully. Okay, so then this bit comes up from the bottom of it. So I've been having to pause and rewind the video. He has oh no! Oh no. Okay. That's annoying. So have I got another one of those? No, I haven't. So I will have to print that out again. Darn it! Okay, so I must be more careful with these this time. Oops. It is good though, being able to print stuff out so quick. And when I push them in this time, I'm not going to push them in with this, I'm going to push them in with these little curvy things instead. And hopefully, yeah, that goes in better. Oh, it's beautiful already. I've got this the right way around, but yeah, right. Now there's something that I forgot to show you. Servos. So this is quite a cool little pack, 10 servos. Quicker to get these off Amazon than to get these from Ali. A lovely display, isn't it? Unfortunately, because they're all tied together, I'm going to ruin it getting them out. Maybe I didn't do too bad a job. Got 2 out. So one assumes this has got to go in there somehow. I would guess. Like, so actually no, not that way. It will be the opposite way, won't it? because the actuator has got to link into that somehow. Yeah, so he pushes this in first, so let's get that in there. I would assume that goes on there, but maybe not yet. Oh, something goes on top. So this goes on top of there to hold that in. Okay, that was a bit scary, but I think we're okay now. Okay, so that clips over and holds the servo in. That's brilliant. Oh, now these have got, look, these have got different dots on. I wonder if the dots correspond with those dots there. So have I got 3 dot ones or just 2? They're all 2. Alright, so there are some 3 dot ones, but I've lost them. Aha, there's a 3 dot. I was just click in there. Oh, it even click fits onto the servo. Okay, so something that goes on that next. So that's got to go on there, I believe. Alright, yeah, so it is that one. Alright, the same one goes on the other side. Okay, so that they hold on to something, definitely. I don't have to print these out again. That feels right. Right, yeah, so that is looking similar. So next servo, I think one servo goes there. That looks right, they're held in quite well. And the other one goes flat with its actuator to the back. Just like they've been designed to perfectly fit in there, isn't it? There's the thought. So now my Tron baddie goes over the top, must go in that way, so there's a little gap there to hold them, and then that thing is for the top of the servo to come out of. It took a little bit of lining up there, but was alright, and maybe the same for that. Something somewhere isn't lining perfectly. There we go. I assume the second side's going to be the same. Oh, look at this. Even that little bit of click there has got a cut out, so the edges of the servos fit in under there. How brilliant is that? Great design. It's got most of those alright now, but there is another servo to go in. Looked like that went into the middle somewhere. If you were a servo, where would you sit in the middle? Right, so I think it goes in there like so, and then this clip comes over like so. That's held in perfectly. For the eyes, he's got that long part which has got a dot on it, so there must be another one. Okay, that's got the dot on it as well, so that goes into there. But these aren't playing very well. Broke it. Thought as much. I might have another one. I've got that one. So that's a 1 dot, that's a 1 dot. Okay, so that has gone in the end. There's definitely a knack to get these in. It's going to be a long old video, I apologise. Well, no, maybe you'll like me waffling doing this, I don't know. Right, so I've printed some more spares out, but I've actually been looking at the reference model. So Will said about this being the reference model, and first of all I thought it was a bit confusing looking at it like this, but it's okay, I can see now. So looking in details at these where the servo arms are, I can see the difference in that now, and especially this one that comes over the top, that's got a 2-1, and yeah, that's definitely going to fit there for me, so I can do that without any hassles. You know, this is a reference model, but I wonder what would happen if I tried to print it. Let's try. Whoa, that looks like something from the Upside Down. It's a bit scary, isn't it? 10 hours. Oh, it's got to be done, hasn't it? Well, let's see whether this works as a printing place. I know it won't, but hey, let's try it. What have I done? Has it got working eyeballs? It has. It's got working eyeballs. Why did I do this? Well, at least I'll know how to put them together again in the future. That's got to go there. So this is on the outside, I think. Yeah. So this has got to go in here. So let's try not to bust it. No! There's like a thing through there. I wonder if I can use that to glue something in there that will hold it together. Oh, blow. Let's try again with this one. Oh, wow. Right. That should go on top of there now. So there's just the other bit over the other hinge over the other side. Got to encourage. Oh no, I haven't. Oh, I've broken that now. Okay, that one's definitely going to be glued, super glued in. I just can't believe I snapped that then. Now I have to be very careful. So let's move this to the side to give it a bit more space, so I'm putting less pressure on it. Oh, what's the issue? Oh, I'll tell you what the issue was. I've done it the wrong way around. So that's got to go that side of it. That's why I broke it. So let's pop him in first. That's much better. Now I can bring the bottom eyelid up from the bottom. This is all a bit fiddly and I am a bit scared after you saw what I just did. That's it, lovely. And now that should go on there, hopefully straight up. I mean, I don't know what these servos are set at before I start, but they are what they are. And then something's got to come over now, so one of these with those bits on, so that must go underneath there, and then that holds the corner of the eye on. So let's clip that in. I'm going to be very careful with this now, because every one I put on I think, oh no, I hope I'm not going to break something else. I was looking a bit dazed. That's better. Alright, now I've got to do I've got to do that on this side now. I'm just wondering whether if I got, I'm not sure what size it is. That's the perfect size. I wonder whether that's a 4mm. I wonder if just rubbing it a little bit on the inside, so just in case there are any burrs on the inside or anything, maybe just making that a little bit bigger might help it along a little bit. So let's try again. That did improve it. So that's what you need to do. Just hand rub a 4mm drill in the hole and it just gives it a bit more clearance. It's still held on okay. I mean, Will probably told you how to do that on the video and I was so excited to print it I didn't watch that bit, but yeah, that helps me. Looking slightly dazed again, but we'll sort that out. So the final one, so that was 2 and 2, and then the double one, so that's got to go there, so it's got to go, so in we go. And then this bit, no, very scary this bit. It's still having a bit of friction. I just can't put this down on the desk. Oh, phew. Alright, so there you go. Now I did have a bit of hassle with it, but I learned how to do it properly as I was going along. So yeah, that's it's such a great model though. It's got so much life in it. even now when it's not being controlled, there's life in the old girl yet, isn't there? Wow, isn't that amazing? Right. Okay, so the next thing to do is build this board. I ordered these PCBs and I ordered the parts. You can watch the video of me ordering the parts specifically here. I ordered those from the same company that does essentially the same company that does the PCB manufacturer. So let's get that built. Alright, here we go. Look at this. What a lovely looking board. So that goes in there. And then these two spare clips must come up and hold the board in. Let's pop them in. Right, now I noticed that this is a Arduino Micro. And if you look at the clones that I use, they don't have as many pins. So I think this has got 30 pins and I think it might have 34, the Arduino Micro. But no problem, I've got one of them. There's my Arduino Micro. I assume it's the same chip. Slightly different, Eyemech 32U4. So it's not the 328, so maybe this is, that's why these are slightly different. Wonder if I could fit a Pi Pico in there. There's a Pico. I mean, physically the dimensions are the same, obviously the pins will be different, don't want to change that. I don't think it's pin for pin, but I might redesign this board to go use a Pico instead, because these are still £3 or £4, aren't they? Whereas this was 20 odd. For you to Pico W as well, and then we could get Wi-Fi control directly on there. These Arduinos might be Wi-Fi. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, well, you don't get much more, do you? So, but you are supporting them, which is a good thing, because it develops the Arduinos. That went in there beautifully. You see why when I'm using an expensive microcontroller, that's why I socketed this, because I might use this for other things as well. What else do you get? Well, you get the bragging rights of the fact that you're supporting the development of it, as opposed to just buy and rip off Chinese clones all the time, so that's fine. And stickers, you get stickers. Well, that's it, yeah. Don't buy clones anymore, buy this because you get stickers. That's going straight on the K40. So let's see how this goes in then. And I've got the wiring diagram again. But let's pop him in first. Click. Well, that does, I've not programmed this yet, I only just got it out of the box, but yeah, that does fit in there well. I'm going to wire this up. All I'm going to do is follow this. There's no need to watch me do this, have you? I've just got to scratch my head for orientations left to right are based on the perspective of the eyes themselves. Alright, so if I'm looking that way, right, front right lid, it's got to be that one. So that's the first one. And I really hope I get these wired up right. The middle has got to be red. Let's just check. Right, signal is the orange, that's it. Alright, so all a bit of a rat's nest at the moment, but I will sort that out. I'll sort it out like I sorted my other one. See, here's my original one with the fixings in. You see, I did a lovely little 3D printed box that I designed myself on SCAD, and then your other bits go in there. And whether I've wired this up the same way as the other controller, who knows, but yeah, that's for another time, another video. Alright, so is there a lot of difference when you stare into their eyes? Eyeballs are a bit more shiny on this one. No, they're about the same distance apart, maybe slightly more. This was actually easier to build. This is really cool. It's so much easier to build. The stuff that you had to do with the screws was really awkward, so if you've got a printer that you can rely on and reprint these for the few that you break, and the more you do it, the more you'll get the knack of it. And if you go to Will's original video, which you can see here as well, he's done lots of different tests on different filaments. Now this is just pure bamboo, matte, PLA, so there's nothing special about this. And like I said, maybe if I adjusted the temperature, got the layer adhesion a little bit stronger, probably it'd be alright. The only thing that were really an issue are these bits here at the side of the eyes. And I think I did see, or mentioned, there was a little bit of super glue in the design as well. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this. It's been a bit of a long video, but I've just been experimenting and doing this. Didn't intend to do this, but then I thought maybe you'd like to watch me building this mechanism. But of course I wouldn't be able to do this without the fantastic work that Will Cogley was doing on this. So again, thanks for the design, mate. Really brilliant, really fun thing to make. All right, what will I do next? Well, who knows? Subscribe and you'll find out. Bye. It's really hard to do that with my hand when I'm holding my eyes with the other hand. Okay, bye. It's so quiet as well. Much more of a softer sound. I suppose it's plastic against plastic. I wonder what it would be like if I put a little bit of lithium grease on the joints as well. Although most of the noise is coming from the servos. But even they aren't jittery.